This is the Car Cam Conversation Channel, where we have different topics and conversations we have in the car. Usually myself and Filipina are driving down the road, and we have different things we talk about because we like to record a lot. There's about lots of things, and not everybody always wants to listen to you as you're in your car. So on our regular channel, we decided to switch it over to a channel just called this Car Cam Conversations channel, or conversation channel. So that's what we do. And on this thought today, I've been looking at uh, several people who have lost their channel. YouTube has deleted my channel. Well, I was included in that. I never did make a video about it because it was a bunch of years ago, and I was going through kind of a tough time at the time, both myself and my son. So, it was just another thing, and I didn't really want to deal with that too. So I just did not do much with it, didn't care too much at the time that it was deleted, and just kind of carried on with life. But I was reminded of it again today because so many people lately, at least coming up in my feed, talking about their YouTube channels disappearing just overnight. So if you're planning on making a YouTube channel and you're really hoping that you're going to do okay with it, well, you just may. But don't forget, even if you do well or just are mediocre or super successful, anywhere in between, overnight you can just lose your channel at any time. And that's the sad part about YouTube. You can just lose your channel anytime. It's especially sad when you are monetized because, that is a source of income. For some people, it's a total source of their income. So it's really something to think about. It can be taken down for so many different reasons. Sometimes it's very legit. You might go against the policy. It's good to take a look at the YouTube policy and kind of get it in your mind, so you don't go against things that are listed in the policy. In my case, when I remember back, because it has been quite a few years now, as I said, it caused me to remember how when mine was deleted, I'm just doing some pretty harmless, kind of focused with sort of an inspirational kind of point of view at the time, an overall inspirational kind of point of view. And I noticed when it started happening, you get this email. And for me, it was like an email that, you know how your email is something at gmail.com. Well, the names that were showing up before the at sound were like terrible names. It's some of the worst names you can think of. And so they were showing up before like the Gmail or whatever it was. So it really made me think, even at the time, like, this doesn't seem legit, right? Because you're not going to get people with those kind of really nasty names that are officially taking down your channel for whatever reason. It seemed more like an attack. Someone was bored. Someone who knew how to do these kinds of things. And said, I don't like what he's doing, because I kind of was overall focused on inspirational thoughts with God. I think some people really get upset when you talk about God in any kind of way, or show other people talking about God or anything like that. So it was that kind of a case for me. So then when I got the first one, I'm like, gee, this doesn't seem right or something. And then not too long after I got the first email, I got another one. And again, when I had the common sense to look at the actual email, like where it came from, what the email's name was, another really nasty kind of name, like at Gmail or something like that. But it was a nasty sort of name. I'm like, this really doesn't seem right. And of course, when I got a third one, it only takes 3, and then they kind of say like 3 strikes against your channel and you're out. And somehow, I don't know how YouTube just takes that. I guess there's people who just know what they're doing, and they can take you out as a channel even when it's not right, and you're doing a legit job, probably a very good job. Certainly inspirational channel was not a kind of a channel to try to take down in any regards. But it was like nasty name emails that took my channel down. So it was just someone, I guess, against what I was trying to do. So again, I guess the point is, be extra careful, I guess, like with how you set up your channel. For example, I think they have like different backups and things like that to prove ownership to your channel. But even some of these people have had that and their channel was still taken down. So you really gotta dive deeply into the different precautions you have to take in order to try to keep your channel verified by yourself and by yourself only. Like, I think there's these, I forget the right terms now, like certain codes. They can send you certain codes, and just guard those codes with your life. Just guard those codes. Write them down, maybe put them in different parts of your home, maybe in someone else's home in case your home burns down. Mine did. It happens. So, and I think those codes are probably some of the best ways to save your channel. So if someone tries to do something with it and you got the codes, I think you can put the codes back in, which verifies your channel a lot easier and a lot quicker. So that's at least a little heads up from me and what I observed and what happened to me. And even since it happened with me, I did contact YouTube and I tried to say, it was really taken down and there's no good reason, other than it seems like it was someone that, attacking my channel and that with kind of a nasty name or nasty names plural. And they said, no, we can't do nothing about it. Now, I have heard of other people who YouTube seemed to smile upon and they've got their channels restored and so on and so forth. But with me, they just gave me the pat answer of no, this is nothing we can do. And sorry, your channel is gone, and it's gone. And it was really sad because it seemed like at the time, if I remember, because it has been a few years now, but at the time it was starting to really build up some momentum for me and so on. And there's also other parts of YouTube that sometimes are just not quite understandable. Like, I was doing a couple of channels with a slightly different angle, but similar, but different angles. That's why I had different channels. But it was also about how to turn monitors into TV with programming readily available on the internet. So it was nothing that was illegal or anything like that. It was information already available everywhere kind of thing, that if you had that interest, you could search it out and just do it yourself. So I kind of did, because I'm kind of technically minded and I had fun doing it myself anyway. So I just made some how-to videos, which I still do have a few that are still out there floating around. But the more I made, oh my goodness, I remember waking up one morning and I was getting takedown after takedown after takedown. You have to take this down. This is not allowed by YouTube or something. And I'm like, I had them up for years. The same video were literally posted for years and they're perfectly fine. But all of a sudden it was one takedown after another. And I just basically closed up. I didn't get rid of my channel. I repurposed it after, actually, which is probably why my channel didn't do so well after, because I just repurposed it. But I basically blocked out all those videos and took down the videos because I couldn't go nowhere anyway. YouTube was just saying, can't show this kind of content. And I'm like, I don't know why. And then I'd look on YouTube for something similar to see if it really was not appropriate or something. And I see lots of people with their YouTube channels doing similar things. So again, I guess it could be just certain people, maybe they don't like your style or something, or I don't really know. And they just start complaining to YouTube and reporting your channel, and they can take it down. So if you're starting a YouTube channel, I don't really have a lot of good advice. Just maybe best advice I know of from the experience I went through is to make sure you get your codes. So if they do take someone scammingly takes it down, at least you got your codes to try to restore it, I hope. And then as for the other, just rebuttaling and asking YouTube to please restore your channel, and a lot of times does not work. I don't know, it just goes to an AI and the AI just randomly says, nope, we're sticking to our policy, sorry, no more hope for your channel. I'm not going to ask my son about his, but he also went through it. He had a nice channel, good channel, in fact a couple of good channels, and they took it down referencing AI as the problem when he didn't even utilize AI as any kind of focus point for the videos. So it's just what happens. And one of the Philippine vlogger, a popular one in the Philippines. I watched his recently as well, and he talked about his channel being taken down for AI purposes as well. He was saying as well he doesn't really use AI as such, or at least that's the impression I got. And I've watched a couple of his videos. Sometimes they seemed a little boring to me. I don't think they're worth taking down, but he had them taken down. So that's it. If you're doing YouTube, I'm not sure what the advice is. If you got better advice, post it in the comments. But a lot of people's channels getting taken down. Mine was taken down. My son's taken down. So, it can happen overnight. So if you got a YouTube dream, make sure you got a backup job. Thanks for watching today. God bless you.